I've been playing Pokopia since its release back in March, and I have sunk way too many hours into this game, into all the individual little towns. Now, I thought I had seen everything this little cozy game has to offer, until they gave me the new ability that allows me to explore under the sea. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bri and I make Pokemon related content. If you're not new here, welcome back. Now, before we dive in, I do want to say a huge thank you to the Pokemon Company International and Nintendo America for gifting me a copy of the Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass code. So I am able to explore Part 1 Bubbly Basin and also share my thoughts with you. Today we are literally diving into Bubbly Basin, the first part of the Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass. I want to walk you through everything that is new, what you get for free with the version 2.0 update, and the big question at the end, is that $35 pass actually worth your money right now? So a quick refresher for anyone new here, Pokopia is a cozy life sim game where you play as a Ditto who takes its human's form and rebuilds towns into little paradise for Pokemon to move into. You gather, you craft, you build habitats. As your town grows, more and more Pokemon show up to live with you. Think Animal Crossing meets Dragon Quest Builders with a big warm Pokemon hug wrapped around the whole thing. Bubbly Basin is part 1 of the 3-part expansion pass, and it released globally on August 5th, 2026. This time, your project is an entire town sitting on the ocean floor. A little Popplio is waiting for you at the entrance, and your job, same as always, is to help this waterlogged place sparkle again. This includes a new town, new Pokemon, new build rules, and a brand new way to get around. Before we dive deeper into the Bubbly Basin expansion, here is the part that I love and the part you need to hear even if you're on the fence about paying. A lot of what has shipped on August 5th is completely free to anyone who owns the base game. This is the version 2.0 update and is genuinely great. So the headliner for this 2.0 version update is the new move Dive. You surf out onto a little island that is new to Bleak Beach, and you find a Pokemon there who is going to teach you that new dive ability. And suddenly you are able to explore and build underwater all across the game, not just in the DLC town. Planting grass on the seafloor, setting props below the surface, building structures under the waves. It is such a natural extension of the terraforming loop, and it makes your existing towns feel new again. Plus, I'm sure your water-type Pokemon will appreciate it. And to be clear about the scale here, this is the biggest patch Pokopia has had since launch. We are talking close to 100 individual changes, over 25 bug fixes, and a big pile of features fans have been begging for. All free, so let me break into the stuff that actually changes how you play. First, building. Now that you have the dive ability, your build specialty works underwater too, so you can now put down real houses beneath any body of water. They also raised the power generator limit from 64 all the way up to 128, which is huge if you like running electricity across big builds. And the paintable items list just got a little bit longer, so more of your furniture can finally match your color scheme. On the personalization side, you get new emotes, and there are new hair colors like orange, light pink, yellow-green, blue-green, and brown, so you can give your Ditto a new fresh hairstyle color. There is also a new pattern called the Dynamic Ditto Print, which you can grab by talking to Smurgaroo once you have earned your diploma. It is really quite cute. Your Pokemon buddies got smarter too. Companions can now follow you while you're using Surf, Glide, Rollout, or Magnet Rise, so they are not left behind every time you get moving. Plus, Rollout had some major upgrades. You can now inhale items, open your bag mid-roll, and one of the most important to me at least is you're able to eat now as Graveler. You can also smash through big boulders with it, which the little things make it very satisfying. Then there are quality of life fixes, which honestly might be my favorite part of the whole patch. You can now move items in bulk instead of one at a time when storing them away. Plus, you can finally turn off that confirmation pop-up when you cancel an ability. Conversation indicators got smaller and less in your face, plus there are new storage items too, the safe and the portal pod. And the portal pod is a big one. This new storage item lets you reach your storage from other towns as long as you have a matching pod set up, kind of like a shared chest between locations. You can grab the recipe from the Pokemon Center for 3,000 life coins once you hit the right environmental level and your Pallet Town, which is level 8. And if you are hunting for a specific Pokemon in your Pokédex and it lives in another town, you can now jump straight there with Return Home. But my favorite fixes are the habitat ones because they quietly ended one of the most annoying things in the game. Before, Pokemon would basically throw a tiny tantrum every time you rearrange their space. Now, if a habitat gets destroyed, the Pokemon moves right back in when you rebuild it nearby. If one gets sad because you remove furniture, it notices way faster when you put it back. And this one is just adorable. If a Pokemon taught you an emote, it will now do that same emote back when you use it. It is the little things, and Pokopia nails the little things. Bottom line is, on the free update, even if you never buy the expansion pass, these version 2.0 updates honestly makes your towns feel brand new. Okay, so you have the expansion pass and you're ready to actually get into Bubbly Basin. There are a few boxes you need to check, so let me save you some frustration. Once you have everything downloaded, some things you want to make sure you have before diving in. So you want to have your environmental level at Bleak Beach at level 5. You'll need to learn the surf ability and also have the jump ability. And then once you have that, Professor Tangrove is going to point you in the direction to go learn the new dive ability. Once you have that new dive ability, head back over to your Pokemon Center in Bleak Beach and you'll meet Popplio, who will take you on the adventure to head down into the Bubbly Basin. Once you're in Bubbly Basin, it is just like regular Pokopia, besides the fact of being underwater. You will be taking requests, gathering materials, building habitats, raising the environmental, and my favorite part, meeting new water-type Pokemon. This is where Bubbly Basin really shows off. Building underwater is not just building on land with a blue filter. They gave us buoyant blocks, which let you make structures that float at different levels in the water. So you can build up and out in 3 dimensions, in a way that land towns never really let you. There's a whole set of new furniture themed around life on the seafloor, and it is so charming. There are coral, bubbles, soft glowing pieces, and some pearls that are grubby that you need to make shiny again with the help of some Pokemon. Honestly, it gives you everything you need to make a genuinely cute little aquatic town. But the thing that got me, honestly, is the whimsy. Items float around freely in the water, such as non-burnable garbage, sturdy sticks, and so much more. Plus, while you're building, you can just hang there and float while you build, which is weirdly relaxing. And when you change into different forms, this tiny little bubble helmet pops up over your head. None of that is essential, but all of it made me grin. That is the Pokopia magic, and it survived the trip underwater completely intact. Now the reason a lot of you are here, the Pokemon. Bubbly Basin adds 50 new water-type Pokemon into your Pokédex, which makes total sense since you're under the water. You'll meet Pokemon such as Horsey, Staryu, Starmie, Totodile, Popplio, Leftis, Buizel, and there is some serious mythical energy down here too. Exploration is a real highlight. While you're swimming around, you might find some treasure maps that lead you to buried treasure. Plus, while you are swimming around, you might stumble into a deep dark hole in the sea floor. So grab one of your Pokemon friends and follow this trail of colorful glowing coral down into the dark, and you find out what is waiting for you at the bottom. You can also find a Starmie doll that unlocks a brand new dream island absolutely packed with resources to help you develop the new town. And here's a nice touch for anyone that plays with friends. You can visit that dream island in multiplayer and just swim and play around underwater together. Cozy co-op under the sea is exactly as sweet as it sounds. A few more goodies worth mentioning. With the help of your water-type Pokemon, you are able to grow watermelons under the sea. Plus, now you can build a blender to create smoothies. And once you drink a smoothie, your surf ability is upgraded. This enhancement increases your underwater speed, lets you break underwater blocks, and allows you to suck up nearby items while swimming as Lapras. So the big question, $34.99 for a whole Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass, and right now all that is out is Part 1. And Part 2 lands later this year in 2026, which adds some accessory and dress-up options, but no new town. And Part 3 is coming out in 2027, which should include a new town. Here's my honest take. If you are looking at this purely as $35 for the new underwater town, that is a fair thing to hesitate on, and I would not blame you for waiting to see how Parts 2 and 3 pan out. But that is not really the whole picture. The free version 2.0 update alone makes the base game noticeably better for everyone, and the Bubbly Basin itself gives you a whole new town to explore and so many new Pokemon to meet. The underwater building genuinely changes how you create, the new Pokemon feel meaningful rather than just tacked on, and every ounce of that Pokopia charm made its trip down under the sea. For me, it reminded me why I fell in love with the game in the first place. If you already adore Pokopia and you want to explore and restore a new underwater town and meet so many new water-type Pokemon, you are going to have a wonderful time in Bubbly Basin. If you are brand new to Pokopia or on the fence about getting the expansion pass, start with the free update and see how you feel, and dive in when you're ready. There is no rush, the bubbles will be waiting. I've honestly been enjoying the new expansion pass, Bubbly Basin. I've been live streaming my experience so people can see how I feel about it in real time. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up as it really does help out the channel. And then also subscribe if you want to see more Pokopia, Pokemon TCG, and Pokemon Go content. That is all coming your way very soon. I want to hear from you. Are you picking up the new expansion pass, or are you going to wait for the other parts to be released? Let me know down in the comments. I read every one. Thank you again to Pokemon Company International and Nintendo America for gifting me a copy of the Pokemon Pokopia Expansion Pass, so I'm able to share my experiences with you. And a huge thank you to you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye! If you found this video,